Alrighty, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. Sorry, I tried to get here before the countdown ended, but hopefully all you guys are doing well. Thank you, everybody, for showing up. Let me know if you guys can hear me in the chat. Type 1 if you could hear me. I do have the AC bumping, so might be a little muffled, but let me know how the audio sounds. Alrighty, we got Out There Adventures. What's going on, yo? I look forward to it. Glad to have you here, my friend. What's up, Mr. X? How you doing, bro? Bobby, what's going on? It is Tuesday. Bobby says it's good. All right, cool. So we got a few people in here already. Two Dope Sons. What's going on? It's a new name for me. So how's sales going today? Everybody doing okay? Have you guys noticed any changes in traffic lately? The E-Stirp. Never heard of that name before. Welcome. You must be a new person as well. So I'm getting real close to 10K. I think I need like 5 or 10 subs or something like that. So maybe one of these days, real soon, I'll get there. If not, man, it is what it is. Hopefully you guys are all doing good tonight, though. So for me, I'm doing about average. I can't say I'm doing bad. I'm not where I want to be, but I got about 15 items sold for the day, so it could be a lot worse. So if you guys can type where you're from, the new people. I know Bobby's from Ohio. You guys that are new, let me know where you're coming from. I'm from Missouri. Good old Midwest. Not a lot of great sourcing here in the state of Missouri. Mr. X got 16 oil sold today. That's what's up, man. That's great. The items that you picked to sell, that's a good one, man. I'm really happy that you were able to lock in a replenishable, man. That's like the dream. Ohio, got another Ohio in the building. I find that there's a lot of people that thrift in Ohio that make content, or that are at least on YouTube watching and viewing. Pennsylvania, that's what's up. Susan, hey, how you doing? You got your first negative review. Sold a vintage necklace, and the lady said it was tangled when she got it. The color of stones were paler than the pics. I said open a return. That sucks. So here's the thing with those, right? If the necklace was tangled, which it could be a possibility, unless you put like one of those like little foam or cotton ball things that keep the item from moving around in the package, that could be. But the being paler than what she thought it would be, I get that type of return from time to time where the person says it doesn't match description or photos because like either the light made the item look brighter than it was, or for one reason or another, a camera doesn't relay the color of the photo properly. Sometimes you just got to take those on a chin. You can try to beat it, but I don't think you'll be able to. What's up, Doug? How you doing, bro? How you doing? Houston, not new. Losing power has you consolidating your social media and email accounts, formerly known as Just Get It Listed. Oh, okay. Welcome back. Yeah, so sorry to hear about that. We're facing what you got nowhere near hurricane type status, rainstorms, but it's been raining all day here. We got the leftovers from what hit you guys. So I'm glad to hear that you're doing okay, though. No power outages here that I know of. Wayne says Virginia in the house. That's what's up, man. Never been to Virginia, but I went to the East Coast for the first time, 2 weeks ago? And it was actually pretty beautiful out there, man. I'm going to have to make it back. I guess I can't say the East Coast for the first time. I don't really consider Florida the East Coast. I consider that like the South, but it is the East Coast. Bobby says our Goodwill outlets are still pulling stuff. Best Bins and Goodwill is seen picking the bins clean before they come out, but they can't find everything. LOL with a smile. I know that's right. It sucks, right? We got to continue growing our knowledge. We got to continue trying to find items that they don't know about. But at the end of the day, they know, they're the ones that get the stuff. They know what they got. They've seen all the YouTube videos of people like pulling out stuff they got caught slipping on. The glory days of getting stuff that they just aren't aware of are pretty much over. We just got to get out there and do work, continue doing research, hope that they're going to be lazier than we are and just try to learn from us while we try to, get the one up. I don't know if they know how to look up sell through and stuff like that either. So I don't think they're looking up everything. My power was only out for 12 hours. Next neighborhood over still doesn't have power. Dang, that's tough. My mom lost her power the other night for a little while. I don't know why, though. Nikki says Missouri in the house. It is saying you have 999 subs. Let's get you to 10K tonight. Well, yeah, I think it says, let me go look real quick. Let's check. Yeah, I need 5 subs. If it happens, it happens. I got some pretty decent channel size, size channel people subscribe to my channel for some reason. Texas Gal Treasure, she's got like 150 something subs, 150K subs. I'm surprised. I'm always surprised when a large channel subscribes to my channel. Hey, Miss Lachey, did you drive? Yeah, we did drive, and it sucked. I had the worst seat in the van. It was like the door seat, the little tiny bucket seat, and it was very uncomfortable. But it is what it is. Doug says, I'm seeing more and more of my packages with USPS being routed to the wrong part of the country, only to be routed back to the buyer's address. I used to see that a long time ago, but I have stopped tracking my packages. The only time that I see that is when someone asks me why their package is doing that exact thing, but I don't really check the packages anymore. It just gets to the point to where what's it going to gain me by watching where the package is? It's going to arrive when it's going to arrive, and I have it set for 10-day max handling time. So if that thing gets there in 10 days, it gets there in 10 days. It's not going to hurt my account. Here in East Texas, Burl, I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, had no power for over 24 hours. Dang, that sucks. I'd be worried about my food going bad after 24 hours. I had a pair of shoes that I sold to a buyer in Las Vegas, and they got routed to Hawaii. Wow. First, and then routed to his address in Las Vegas. Now, that I would have been like, what's going on here? I have seen where stuff that's going to California goes all the way out to New York first, but I don't know. I sold something to someone that lives in my same town, and it's definitely going to St. Louis first and then coming back down here. How is Ray Good Game Grabs doing? He hasn't posted a video in months. I don't know. I haven't talked to him in months. Last time I seen was 2 months ago. He posted a whatnot stream on YouTube, but I haven't even seen him at the bins, so I really don't know what's going on with him. We got a cha-ching. Yeah, about to throw stuff out. That sucks. Yeah, man. I was surprised when I went down to South Carolina, although my stuff wasn't in a refrigerator with no power. I had food that I just opened up some guacamole and some bell peppers. I did scrape off the top of the guacamole. It was all brown, but the bell peppers, I was still able to use them. But meat and stuff, yeah, that's super sus. So yeah, if you guys got any questions, make sure you put them in the chat, put them in the comments, so that way I can address them and go over them. So I got something in the works. I told you guys last week that I got an opportunity to do a video for eBay, so that'll probably be coming out within the next couple of days. I'm just waiting on the approval. The crappy part about it is I just got Vendu was like, hey, we want to pay you to do 2 videos, and I was like, I just stopped using you. I can't do a video about Vendu when I'm not using you guys anymore. I just wouldn't have that. I wouldn't feel good about it. Now I'm to the point to where I'm tired of using auto posture, and I'm ready to go back to Vendu. And I'm like, dang it, I should have just quit using auto posture and went back to Vendu already, man. And I would have been able to do a deal on the level, because I'm not going to be getting paid. Even if in my opinion, I would tell you guys to continue using Vendu. If you're using Vendu, I would tell you to keep using it over auto posture. My personal experience, I like Vendu better. I think that there's benefits to using both of them, but with auto posture, you have to, especially with a large store, getting started over there is a pain in the butt. You got to do all these verifications to make sure all your items are matched up. And then on top of that, once you do get all these hypotheticals, not even hypotheticals, because it's actual legit listings. Once you get all those paired up, you then still have to go through every single individual listing and verify it. I've got 8,000 something listings in the store, and my actual eBay store size is only like 74,000 or 7,400. I mean, so all these items are items that have already been delisted or sold on another platform, and I still have to go through and verify and delete all of these other. It's taking me days upon days. Like, I don't recommend doing that unless you have a small store, but nonetheless, I'm already in it, so I'm gonna just keep rocking it out till I get it all finished out. Um, we grilled. I wasn't letting anything spoil. Have a turkey in the cooler. Bring it right now. Yeah, man. That's tough. I know people that have like freezers because here in farm country, there's a lot of deer hunting out here. So people have freezers, deep freezers full of like half cows and half deer and pig and all types of meat that I would hate for them to spoil, for it to spoil. What prompted you to switch over to auto posture? Well, there was somebody in the Patreon talking about that they used it and they were seeing success from it. And since my listings, I had ended and sold similar on like 1,000 of my items to get them all into business policies. So when so I could have extended handling time when I went out of town. I was like, they're already, ended and sold similar. Now I might as well go ahead and start checking out this auto posture and see if ending and selling similar will really help me get some traction. It did not help me get any more traction. Honestly, man, at the end of the day, I think it all matters on what you want to do, right? Are you a person that already ends and sells similar? Then it'll help for you. Is it a small store? All right. It won't be that much of a barrier to entry. It'll help you. If you're a person that doesn't even cross list, it'll do great for you. But if it's coming down to that and you don't cross list, you're not going to need it anyway. The only thing that auto posture does is helps cross list items. Now, I would say auto posture's cross listing is simpler than Vendu's because they don't make you press as many buttons. But I think you got to give them a try. See which one works best for you. Doug says, I didn't switch to auto posture because they have no analytics, no tracking of what sold, and no ability to track track gross and net sales. Yeah, when I wasn't using that stuff on Vendu even, so it didn't really matter to me, but I definitely think that for the analytics side of things, Vendu is much better. You do have to use Vendu to do the listing in the first place, and you got to fill out their form, but if you're already set to do that and that's where your mindset is, then it's a no-brainer. But I do all my own analytics in my own listing software, so I'm not doing all that. It's an extra step for me if I was to do it. I'd be like essentially keeping my books twice, and so that's why I don't do it. Bobby loves auto posture, but her store is small. Like I said, if it's a small one, do what you do. I'm definitely considering going back to Vendu because it's already caused me enough headache. Auto posture is just getting started. She is very new. She's got some work to do. And I'm not trying to be mean or nothing like that, but that's just my honest opinion about it. I like it for the setup of it all, like not the setup getting started setup, but I like it for the fact that like what you can do with it. But there's pros and cons to both sites, and you just got to figure out which one is worth it for you. I see the only benefit of auto posture for myself is that I can end and sell similar and I don't have to delist on both platforms and start a whole new listing. That's the only thing that made it worth it for me. But now that I know that ending and selling similar ain't helping any sales, it's not even, there's no allure. I already knew that before, but you know how like you see people say it over and over and over again, you start to wonder if something has changed from 2 years ago. 2 years ago, I used to end and sell similar all the time. And it didn't do nothing for me then. And I'm like, I'm not even worried about it end and sell similar. Number one, because my SKU system. But now that all the photos have SKUs in them, I can go, and it won't even matter. But before, my first 2,000, 3,000 listings, they didn't have SKUs in the photos. I started adding photos of the SKU in the listing when I got to about listing 4,000. Then I stopped again around listing 9,000. I stopped taking photos of the SKU until I got back up to around 10,000. So I had this large number of items with no SKU in the photos. That way, if I messed up on the SKU, I'd have to try to go in my listings and sort by email of order of listings of when the day that it was listed. All those variables went into me not ending and selling similar because it would mess everything up. Now I got to the point to where it doesn't even really matter anymore because I've gotten through all those listings. But it is what it is, man. You do what works for you. And if you like it, you like it. That's all that matters. That's the beautiful part about eBay. We can do it all our own way. So what have you guys noticed that the traffic or anything's down lately? My traffic is definitely down. I don't know why. My traffic is down to 5. My traffic is down 5%. I'm also kind of contributing that to the fact that I'm listing less items right now because I haven't been able to make it to the bins. So the items that I have, I'm just spreading out over days. Instead of listing 30 a day, I'm only listing like 10 or 15 a day right now. So I contribute that to part of it. And then they just changed the promoted listings dashboard as well. So I'm sure that's going to mess things up. Wayne says the listing algorithm is real. Didn't list a thing last week. Started back listing Sunday and already sold 5 items. Absolutely, man. I don't care what anyone says. If you don't list, you're not going to sell. Like, if you don't list, you're not going to have regular sales. Can you still sell stuff? Absolutely, but you're not going to have regular sales. For instance, right now, yesterday I sold like 35 items. But if you guys have been watching the last few videos, I'll sell like 70, 80 a day, 100 a day. You know what I mean? And since I've gone down from listing 30 a day, and a lot of these items that were on sale for whatever drastic amount off have gone back to full price after the sales ended and being relisted on auto posture, they've gone back to full price. All that is a combination of my sales slowing down. So, at the end of the day, people can say what they want to say about it, but those sales were kicking butt. I got a new offer. Let's see. And it don't matter what you got the item listed at. This shirt's listed at $5.25. Somebody offered half off. It doesn't matter. People always want to come with that 50% off stuff. I'm going to counter at $5. Not happening, Captain. Then I've had this one guy trying to buy a pair of Nike track pants from me. He's tried to buy them 4 times now. And then so he came back today and accepted another offer on them again. And he still hasn't paid. He has not been able to pay for some reason. He tried with 3 different payment methods. I don't know if it's him or if it's eBay, but I have someone actively trying to buy the same pair of pants over and over and over again, and he still hasn't been able to buy them. I don't understand what's going on in that aspect. I feel like maybe that's got a reason to do with some of the sales tapering off. Maybe people just aren't able to buy right now. Miss Lachey said, my traffic has been down for weeks, but I don't really trust those numbers or they don't mean anything to you. I noticed eBay is updating the look here and there. Yeah, they're definitely changing a lot of things. Usually when everything is down, my sales conversion is up. That is strange. My conversion rate was at 2.7. It's at 2.6 right now, which is the highest it's been in a long time. We saw a big dip in sales at the end of June that lasted through July 4th. I think everyone was on vacation. I've heard a lot of people say that their sales fell off a little bit last week. I would think that the 4th and all that has something to do with it too. But I feel like there's something bigger going on for it to be as effective as it has been. Someone gave me an idea to sell my children's clothes on Facebook Marketplace in bundles. In the sales group, sold almost all my bundles. Haven't sold anything on eBay since I concentrated on Facebook Marketplace a bit more. Yeah, Facebook's good for that type of stuff. I don't sell kids clothing at all. Like I've picked some up in the past, but never something that I've gone actively out of. Like I'm going to make this a category. Do you not have sales going anymore What do you mean? I think my sales end on the 13th. So I still have items that are on sale. But what I'm saying is items that were on sale last month, when the sales ended, they go back to full price. You know what I mean? The sales are only temporary, so the items go back to full price. And then items that were listed at a lower rate before, when AutoPasha relists them, it relists them at their original price, not the price that they were when they were on sale. So whatever's not still on sale has gotten relisted at full price instead of being like slashed drastic prices. Volume with premium items priced to sell should be steady on. Well, yeah, that's definitely a thing. I think this is the guy that's been saying this in every single comment section of every video I've put out for the last however long. This is very true. I don't understand why you feel the need to come troll this same comment. Marcus, didn't you say to max out your handling time versus putting your store in vacation mode? I'll be traveling. Yeah, I did say that. Me personally, I noticed just in my experience, when I turned on vacation mode, my sales plummeted. But when I turned the store back on, and then I extended the handling time, that's when the sales kick back in. So you could try both of them if you have the opportunity to go on a couple of traveling, or trips or something like that. Try both of them. See which one you think works the best. I've done them both ways before, and I noticed that the best way that I keep traffic is by to continue to let the sales come in, but extend the handling time. So, as far as you can, without it being like egregious, extend the handling time. Because selling is simple, you have those variables covered. I'm not trolling. I don't understand why you keep saying it in every video then, if you're not trolling. It is simple. It's common sense. If you price your items at the market price or a better deal than market, and you have a lot of them, yeah, it's a recipe for selling a lot of items. My videos have been proving that over the last almost 2 months now. I just don't see why that's the only comment you make in all the videos. It's kind of a useless comment after a while, you know what I mean? So anyway, and with going on vacation mode, they, like I said, they get that gigantic banner at the top, and I think that's what runs off the sales, because it shows them like nobody's here. Even if you do want to shop with me, it's not going to happen. JP had to put their store on time away because of the hurricane. Just got power back this afternoon. Yeah, man, that's a scary situation right there, because even if you do allow sales through the hurricane and then you get the item shipped out in the hurricane, you're still going to have to then message like eBay. And if you get any of those items that have a defect, you got to go in there and have them remove the defect because of the weather. It's super simple to do, and they don't really make it, they don't give you any hassle. I don't even think they really do anything to verify it that your area had weather problems. But I've definitely done that before. I think 3 or 4 times in the past where snow had things just backed up, and had to just go in there and take the tracking, put them in there and tell them, hey, look, we had inclement weather. I think they give you a different there's a couple of different options you could choose from, but you should be fine though. What kind of markdown schedule are you using? Are you reducing prices every month on old items? So it was pretty aggressive, Doug. It was anything 45 days to 59 days on the site was going down 20%. Anything at 60 days to 89 days was going down 35%. Anything between 100 and 1, I can't remember everything right off the top of my head, but the next segment of items was going half off, and anything over a year old was getting marked down to 80%. But now that everything's been relisted with AutoPasha, I can't do it by aged inventory anymore because everything's brand new listings. You know what I mean? So now that's my problem. I can't drastically reduce prices on items by age anymore. So now I'm going to have to go in there and do it by SKU. Yes, premium items. These items Yeah, these are I say that all the time too. The items that I was marking down drastically to the $2 was items that has been in my store for well over 2 years and probably shouldn't have been listed in the first place. But the other items that were just being marked down, I was selling some good items. Levi's jeans at like $10, $8, $4, just because of the age that they had been sitting. If it was in my store for over a year, it needed to go. You know what I mean? Brian, what's going on? Hey, Marks and everyone, that North Face backpack you had on your video was a great sell. Did you source that from the bins? Yeah, I source pretty much everything from the bins. Besides, like, the rare weekend yard sales that I get to go to. The heck, man. Got some freaking gnat flying around in here. I hope I got it. But yeah, there's a lot of bags usually at the bins. Sometimes they're not worth picking up. Sometimes they are. And I just kind of scroll through there and pilfer through after everybody else is going through and see what's there. Usually the ones I find are not worth picking up, though. They got some issues. I found some pretty good backpacks in the past. Kobe Bryant backpack I found at the thrift store locally to me. Paid like $3 for it. Sold it for like $120, like 2 or 3 days. I can't remember how long it took because it was about 2 years ago, but some pretty good bags have flipped in my day. I think the messenger bags and like leather bags and stuff like that are obviously going to be a no-brainer when it comes down to what's going to sell quickly. And then like tactical stuff definitely sells well. Anybody got any other questions, comments, or anything? Let's see here real quick. So far with this last sell, I'm at 305 for the day. So not where I want to be. I'm trying to get 500 plus a day, like minimum. Yesterday I didn't get there either. I got 428. The day before that I was at 582 though. So trying to get there. All I can do is just keep on rocking it out regardless of what happens. My car or Posh is going fair. I had like 5 sales there yesterday. The highest one being a pair of $50 Abercrombie and Fitch shorts. Nothing today. I've gotten a lot of offers, a lot of 50% off. One was $15 off. I'm not going to accept that. And then Macari is just non-existent. I'm not even actively adding anything to Macari though, so I don't expect it to really do anything. How's it going for you? I'm not really expecting much out of Macari, and I've totally just abandoned Depop because that didn't produce any results for me, but a bunch of waste of time. So I stopped messing with it. Looking at your couch, must have enjoyed your time in Buc-ee's. I love Buc-ee's, dude. It's got the blanket and the pillow. Yeah, man. First time I went to Orange Beach, Dolphin Island. I think that's where we were going. I can't remember, man. The trips have all blended together, but I think I was on my way to Dolphin Island. And I saw Buc-ee's for the first time. I didn't have no clue what I was in for. It blew my mind. Doug says, I found a reseller that was liquidating her inventory this weekend. It was 70 pieces of Bolo name brands for $2 each. I love finding those kinds of yard sales. Absolutely, man. That's awesome, dude. I would love to find a wholesaler in my area. If they were able to get me as much inventory as I wanted, I would be buying like $4 or $5 an item. If it was able to be gotten to me in large enough amounts to where I didn't have to go sourcing anywhere else. But I don't get that. I don't have that. So I just got to keep doing what I'm doing. I found a Toomey shoulder bag and have been looking at where others are priced at. Looks like a great time to be a buyer as I'm receiving tons of 40% off offers from buyers just looking. That's why people keep coming to me with 50% off offers, because people are trying to get things for nothing. People are desperate and trying to just sell things for nothing. Do you counter lowball offers or decline them? Sometimes I decline them, but most of the time I counter. Like the one I got earlier, I countered on it. Macari's doing okay. I post and promote regularly. It helps. Okay. Do you know anyone selling on Facebook for business? I heard it's better than Facebook Marketplace. I don't. I'm sure somebody in this chat is. Hey Regina, how you doing? If you have your eye on any items for personal use, looks like deals are out there. I get all types of offers on items when I'm just doing comp research for really, really like cheap. I'm not trying to buy anything though. So, I mean, I guess right now it would be, like you said, it would be a great time to be like trying to source. But I haven't, I haven't even looked at eBay for sourcing in a while. I guess I could be getting on like the double RL, you know. Um, let's see, what else? What else? Like Frank and Eileen, Imogen and Willie, those types of brands. I could be getting on there and trying to see if I can get some lowball offers on those. What's another good brand? Dixon flannels. See if I can get somebody to send me 50% off offers on that stuff. Thanks be to God, I saw my Burberry hobo on Macari finally. It had flowers or had flaws for 90. Came from the Goodwill bins. Did you just sell that right now? That's still awesome. Congratulations. $90. I'll take it. It's a good sell. I've only found Burberry once at the bins. No, twice. One was a sweatshirt. The other one was a sweater, and I sold both of them. I do have a Christian Dior button-up shirt right now, but it's nothing. It's nothing fancy or nothing like that. I don't expect to get very much from it. Last week, okay. Yeah, so my best finds last week were the 4 Frank and Eileen pieces. I've got each one of them listed for $100 right now. I keep getting send offers on them. Nobody's made me an offer yet, so we'll see what happens. I did some research on clothing sellers I follow on Macari, and the number one brand for everyone was Nike. I got tons of Nike. I don't know how much of it I got listed, but I'll try listing some Nike over there and see what happens. Nike sells pretty well, you know, on eBay. I did list that Tiffany blue colored Nike hoodie, and it sold the same night I listed it. Somebody did say in the comment section to not use Tiffany blue as the color because that they'll come back for you on a Vero. But they had Tiffany blue Nikes, Jordans, or was it Dunks? I can't remember what collab it was. And that's the nickname of the shoe, is the Tiffany blue whatever. People were selling those left and right on eBay, StockX, you know, Macari, all that stuff. Back when I got into selling sneakers, I didn't see any problems arise from it then, but I could definitely see that that would be something that they would do. Sometimes, man, it's weird like that. Like people list something as a Coogee style, and they'll get a Vero for Coogee style or some other brand style. I see a lot of listings like that too, Jinko style, stuff like that, and it'll be like no boundaries. But it'll be no boundaries jeans, Jinko style. You know, I guess, you know, keywords nowadays. I don't know. I don't know what the barrier to using a style type keyword is. You know, I don't know if there's limitations to it. Can you start a /sell to get things rocking? I don't know. I haven't tried yet. I could try later on when I get off this live stream. Right now, I'm just, you know, I've been letting these items end that have been coming to their time span, and I was trying to outlast these last 4 days I got on the markdown sales that I got going, because the items are still on sale. So I'll see what happens. I'll keep you guys posted in the next videos. Probably won't be the videos where I do a markdown sale. The results won't be seen for like another week at least, because I'll be making videos and I'm backed up on footage already. People keep telling me to make more videos, but I've really, honestly, guys, I've gotten to the point to where eBay, YouTube is kind of like, I dread doing it. Way too much negativity in the comment section, not on just my videos, but on everyone's videos. Like the whole reselling community has turned into a bunch of negative people. You know, it used to be a community of like people that were trying to offer help and like be friendly to one another. But the larger it gets, the worse it gets. So I've been kind of shying away from making content lately because it's just my heart's not in it like it used to be. But I'm gonna try to get back to it and, you know, try to be bubbly and not like, you know, focusing on stuff that upsets me. Let's see here. You guys, well, I guess that's probably just me. So I got the advertising dashboard set up on my Seller Hub. Do you guys have that? It's a new tab. If not, it'll be coming, trust me, because it's the new promoted listings thing. I feel like that might have something to do with things too. Every time they do the what's it called, the summer update, where they change things, every time they do that, it messes up the metrics for everybody too. Things jump off a cliff. What's the temperature where you live? It's been 100 plus here every day since July 4th. Makes sourcing a little tiring. Right now it's been raining all day, so it's not very hot, but the last couple of days it felt like pretty hot. And my AC just went on in my car. Right now it's 70 degrees. The AC just went on my van. The AC's out on my Chevy. So I got the parts in the mail yesterday for the AC to get fixed. The AC was going to cost me $1,800 to get fixed at the shop. Luckily, I got a guy that goes to my church that's going to do it for like $350. Don't let the negative jerks on YouTube bring you down. Just ignore them. It's a lot easier to say just ignore them when they're not directing it at you. You know what I mean? So, I mean, I try to not care about it because at the end of the day, the only one I care about whose opinion matters is Jesus. But still, man, like that stuff gets annoying. And I'm trying to not be like the old me and cuss people out and like say negative things because I'm a man of God and I know that's not what I'm supposed to do. But at the end of the day, I'd rather just stop making content than to keep on just letting stupid stuff get up under my skin. You know what I mean? Like YouTube doesn't pay that much. It's not worth it. What's up, Johnny Swag? How you doing, bro? I might just keep making videos and turn the comments off. That might help. It is what it is, though, man. Like, I still like providing value. I still like making videos and helping people. Like, that's the whole reason why I started it, was to document my journey and help people on the way. You know what I mean? But at this point, man, I've been giving out the same advice over and over and over again because nothing changes, man. Once you learn the basics of eBay, pick good items, get a bunch of them, don't overprice them, make good titles. That's the basics of it, man. There's no need to join a Patreon. There's no need to join a group. If you want to join that stuff, that's for camaraderie. You know what I mean? That's the basics of that, man. But at the end of the day, the info ain't going to change, man. You're not going to get much more different information from anyone. It doesn't matter who's doing it. All you're going to learn is some brands that you didn't know about. You can definitely turn the comments off. Yeah. But then I feel like I wouldn't be able to see what's going on with you guys too. Like, I leave the comments on because that's how I find out how you guys are doing. That's how I answer you guys' questions. That's how I know, you know, what's going on with my followers and stuff. Like Doug said, it's only just a few people. It's just a few people that come in and say stupid stuff. You know what I mean? So I'm not gonna stop. I'm not blocking nobody. I'm not deleting no comments. I'm not doing none of that. I ain't doing none of that. Because it's all engagement. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, people are entitled to their opinion. You know, if somebody wants to say some stupid stuff, that's their right. It's also my right to not get mad about it or to, if it does upset me. You know what I mean? I just try to remember that these people wouldn't say that stuff to my face. You know what I mean? So everybody's tough behind a keyboard. Let's see. I would really miss your Tuesday lives because we don't get to talk business reselling much. Good way to keep up on new info too. I'm gonna keep making content. I'm gonna keep doing the live streams and stuff. I'm not gonna let people win because at the end of the day, I'm sure that's what they want. Flipping is a hell of a drug. I would say it is. I would definitely say it is. But at the end of the day, I'm not trying to let somebody run me off from negative comments. You summed it up perfectly. Once you get the basics down for eBay, YouTube is only for entertainment or new brands. I don't even watch for entertainment anymore. Like most of the time when I do watch YouTube videos for eBay, it's got to be something that I can listen to because I'm usually either working, driving, or just not even watching YouTube videos. So I try to put something on that's not going to distract my workflow. Sometimes I'll be watching something and someone's like, "Hey, new brand this," and I'm like checking it out because I have learned quite a few brands in the last 2-3 months, watching like Big Yumbo, Caleb Sells, Kaylee Elaine, stuff like that. What's up, Muji? Been cooking, listening in the background. My dog, how you doing, man? I really enjoy watching your content. I can't make the lives, but at the end of the day, I really enjoy it. I appreciate it, bro. Chris, what's going on, man? Helping people with the same thing over and over. The virtue is in repetition. No, there is virtue in repetition. Yeah, that's why I keep saying the same thing over and over again. But somebody suggested that if I was to do daily content, I would have been at 10K subscribers. But man, my heart's not in eBay reselling to make daily videos like that. Talk about Jesus, I'll make daily videos. I'll put daily videos on multiple channels. But when it comes down to eBay, eBay is just a means to an end. Like I don't love eBay like, I love Jesus. So when you're super passionate about something, you could talk nonstop about it. eBay is just what pays my bills, man. You know what I mean? And by the way, Chris, I did put out a video on my other channel on Christ Alone today. First video in like 2 months. So I'm back to making content over there too. Anyway, so you guys got any questions, comments, thoughts? Put it in the comment section. We got about 18 minutes left here. Then I'm going to throw this old treadmill underneath my desk and do some laps. Legs are sore, guys. I just squatted for the first time in a couple of months. I haven't squatted since my back got all messed up, but I didn't go super heavy. I only hit like 230. So hopefully, I'll be able to start doing some squats here. My legs are super sore. Let's see what's sold. Torrid utility jacket. I'll take it. One of those $1.80 sales though, so it's not a whole lot. I did do the math on those. On the $1.80 sales, I'm still making like $2.60 or something like that. It's in the video I filmed today. I haven't watched your videos in a while, but how does your year-over-year numbers look? I'm down right now compared to what I was last year, but there's quite a few factors in that. Number one, I stopped doing. Last year I was doing 90 a day. This year I started the year out doing 30 a day. So I'm down like $20,000 compared to what I was last year. So, I mean, I've also been focusing on other things too. Other businesses, like YouTube channels and stuff like that aren't eBay related, focusing on stuff like that and, things of that nature. But it ramped up quite a bit in the last couple of months. So I don't know. We'll see what happens, man. I don't expect to do what I did last year unless I just start cranking out some volume. Really. Because my sales were down to like 350 items a month. But now I'm up to like 350 items in a week. So, I mean, you never know what the Lord has in store, man. What's up, Josh? How you doing, man? How's vacation? Are you done? Are you back? I've been seeing your YouTube posts, man. I know things ain't all it's cracked up to be right now. A lot of problems on your end. Some of the reasons do well is because of the geographic location. One is located where they live. Demographics also play a significant role in the quality, conditions, brands of what you find. I 100% agree. I just mentioned that in today's video that I recorded. Like I was watching Tech's video yesterday at his flea market. He found, a $400, $500 wrap tee at the flea market. I can find really good items at the bins, but I have to drive hours away to get there. You know what I mean? Which I'm okay with that, but I'm not driving to 2 hours away to the bins every single day. I just don't have enough time in the day to do all the stuff that I got to do and then still be able to drive 4 hours out of my way, source for 6 hours, and then drive back home. I mean, I could stay up till 2 o'clock in the morning. I mean, I guess some would say I don't want it bad enough. I mean, at the end of the day, I guess I don't. Has your item quality average selling price remained the same? How has your sourcing been at the bins? Bin sourcing is always good. It's just less of it now because my bins is so crowded and a lot of people know about it. I mean, it doesn't help none that I'm making videos about it, and stuff like that. So the quality's still been there. It's just I'm finding less items. I'm also being more selective on what I pick up. So my number of items that I pick up is down versus where I used to go up there and get 350 items a week of just any random thing. This time around, I'm being more intentional and I'm only trying to pick up like 140 items, maybe 200 of the best items that I can find. If I don't hit the mark, I don't hit the mark. The sourcing is so much better in California. Unbelievable how good the items are and how many thrift stores, garage sales there are. And it's warm there all year round, so you can find all types of stuff. It's definitely much better than rural Missouri, that's for sure. There's 5 thrift stores here. That's it. And it's a lot of Key jeans. What else? Key, Members Mark, Wrangler, Urban Pipeline, which isn't horrible, but it's not like, oh, sweet, I found a pair of Urban Pipelines. You know what I mean? Like it's just not all great stuff here. That's why I travel to get it. Miss that. It is hard for me. I got to work twice as hard as because of where I am and who lives here. Just like going to a wealthy neighborhood in a poor area. Yeah, definitely makes a big difference. Are you still planning to move to a better area in the country for reselling? I think it was a couple years down the road. Man, I'm so involved in my church now, dude. I don't even think I would. I'm really into. I'm building relationships and getting things started and taken off on the ground at my church. Right now, we're in the middle of trying to set the groundwork for me to be able to do stuff for the homeless. So I don't know how far that's going to go, but it's looking like in the future, some type of nonprofit organization is going to be getting founded, and it's going to be like, something that's probably going to keep me grounded here, man, in this town. So until I feel like God's telling me to leave, I'm going to leave. I'm not going to leave. In California, you can go to a garage sales pretty much all year long. Here in Oregon, we get 3 or 4 months of good weather. It's the same here in Missouri. Every area is unique. If I knew more about Levi's, Wrangler, and Rustler, I would be killing it. I'm sure there's some valuable Rustler, but I don't even pick those up because I had a pair of vintage Rustler made in the USA that they never sold. I feel like with those brands, it's more a volume thing. If you have like 600 pairs of Wranglers listed, you're going to sell a bunch of them. But if you got like 4 or 5 pairs of Wranglers in your store, you're going to be like, these have a slow sell through. You know what I mean? Anything in volume will sell regularly because you have a lot of it. I sell Old Navy almost every day, but that's because I have a lot of it listed. It's not like something I'm telling everybody to go out and pick up, but I sold Old Navy yesterday. I sold Old Navy today so far. It's just not a good brand to sell, What I do find in my area is Carhartt, Dickies, like Walls, things like that are workwear, but it doesn't necessarily sell all year round. I find a lot of Dickies with paint on them. I pick that stuff up, and I find a lot of Levi's, a lot of Levi's. Seriously, I'm sure I missed a lot of good. Oh yeah, absolutely. Before I realized that I was just giving away money with these vintage Levi's, I was selling vintage Levi's with the orange tab for like $10. Tripping. Like I had no clue how much money I was giving away. And so, with experience comes wisdom. You learn not to make stupid mistakes again, but until you don't know. You know what I mean? It just is what it is. And you learn a couple of hard lessons. I've given away some really good items before in my past just to learn that they sell for sometimes 10 times more than what I sold them for. I sold a caffeine. It was like a Jinko type hoodie. $35. And I was like, that was quick. That was a good sell. And the guy messaged me, was like, hey, can you cancel the order? I'll give you $400 for it right now. And I was like, dang it, man, that's enticing, but I'm gonna just take the L and give this person a really great deal and learn. I've never found that brand since, but I know if I see it, it's an automatic cop. I'm picking it up. That is nothing more than adjusting to your situation. I have moved beyond brands and have moved to employee clothes, Wrangler, vintage jeans, hats, caps, and sportswear as well. The employee stuff it's a slept on category, man. I sell employee stuff all the time. And a lot of people don't pick it up, but I think, man, it's easy money. You know that they're gonna need it at some point in time. Some brands sell for more and sell faster, but it all sells eventually. Instead of trying to find all the bolos other people have access to, you got to become knowledgeable about what's in your area and what you have access to. Exactly. Hey guys, wish the man behind the mic early happy birthday. Why you got to be telling everybody my birthday, man? No, it's not my birthday Saturday. It's some guy that looks like me. Soda hoodie. Awesome. Let's see. Yeah, but that's one of the things too, though. Like I've come to learn that there's a lot of hoodies and sweatshirts in my area that nobody's picking up. So I've been picking them up. You know what I mean? And listing them right now. Hoodies and sweatshirts is my number 2 category. Let me double check, make sure for the year, because it could have gone down. I haven't checked all summer. Okay, so hoodies and sweatshirts are now number 3. Men's jeans are number 2. T-shirts still number 1 though. I'll take it. There's Lachey says happy 60. That's what it feels like sometimes. Thanks guys, appreciate it. It's not my birthday yet, so you know, I'm gonna chill on that for a minute. I'm already old as it is, man. You're making me older before the time. So yeah, anybody got any more topics, discussions, last minute thingamajiggies they want to talk about? I've noticed that there's more keywords popping up on this freaking Bindu list too, man. I don't think I'm ever going to be able to stay caught up on it. But the good thing about that list is they update it for you. All you got to do is just keep checking back. Let's see where we're at now. We're at 328. How's the shipping been going for you guys? You guys losing money on shipping, or is everything going fine? It's funny watching everyone looking for bangers at the thrift stores while leaving the slept-on brands that sell just as well. That happens a lot. That happens a whole lot. Like people will go through the racks or even at the bins, and they'll just leave all types of good stuff behind. And I'm like, why did you leave that? Like silver jeans with, nothing wrong with them. Men's silver jeans, they leave those behind. What else are they leaving behind? They're leaving behind crew necks, like vintage crew neck sweatshirts that sell all day for me for like $50, $30, $40. Sometimes they're in bad condition. I guess people just don't want to sell stuff with stains on it. I just sold a vintage Guess sweatshirt last week for like $32, $36. And it had some stains on it that somebody else left behind. I'm not passing that stuff up. For some reason, the kids are wearing that stuff with stains on it right now. If you guys look at Aged Ivy on Instagram, them models are wearing clothes with stains on it. And this is what they're modeling you to buy on their drops. Yeah, I know. Oh, no. I use Pirate Ship when there's a discount. Pirate Ship never turns out to be cheaper for me than the eBay discount. You want to experience competition, wait till Hispanic immigrants move into your area. There's a massive market along the border here in Texas. It's brutal. I'm out at 7 a.m. and they're out at 6 a.m. I mean, we got them. The competition's real. It doesn't matter what race you are. You know what I mean? But there is a lot of Hispanics in my area too. But most of them they're at the bins. There's a large, I don't know if you guys know this useless fact right here. Outside of Bosnia, St. Louis has the most Bosnians in the world. And they go to the bins in large amounts. The Hispanics go to the bins in large amounts, and the Africans go to the bins in large amounts. So there's always teams of them. No matter where you go, you're going to have to compete with them. Every bins that I've ever traveled to, them Hispanic people being there getting it. There are some tough people. they sneak attack, and they have little bitty tiny ladies that just crawl right up under your arm and dive right into the bins. It's like, dang. Shipping seems so high over to me. £2 really jumped. It did really jump. Even at Ground Advantage, it's still cheap. I've been going to UPS now. I've been taking a large portion of my items to the UPS store now because it's cheaper than the post office. People just don't want to acquire the knowledge. They just want to walk into a store and find $100 bangers. I think they want to do the least amount of work. But I feel like if you have a store of all $100 items, you're going to sell a lot slower than someone that's got basic bread and butter items. Are there any Tommy Hilfiger items worth picking up? Yeah, there are. Vintage button-ups, those still sell well. Vintage flannels, those sell well. I'm not going to say well, but they sell. Some of the old school puffer coats will still sell. Some of the hoodies, but a lot of it's going to be just really, really slow sell-through. It's going to be about $12. Yeah, the vintage Tommy jeans. Anything that the rappers were wearing in the early 2000s, that's going to be selling right now. That stuff that Aaliyah was wearing when she was a Tommy Hilfiger model, that's going to be selling. All right, Mr. X, take it easy, bro. I'll catch you on the next one. And that's just with anything Y2K right now. If it was being worn by anyone in celebrity status back in 2000s, it's popping right now. If you can, I don't know how easy these are to access, but if you can get like the Source magazines or the Vibe magazine or Double XL from like back in 2004, you can flip through the pages and see what they were wearing back then. And that's how I know what all the brands are right now, because when I was a teenager, that's where my fashion sense came from, was from out of the hip hop magazines. And that's how I knew about all the brands that I'm picking up nowadays. Like NYC, Mecca, Paco, Peli Peli, all that stuff, that all came out of hip hop magazines. So, all right, guys. Well, we're coming to the end of this thing. I got to do something on the back end here real quick. So, really hope that you guys have some good sales. I really appreciate all you guys coming and hanging out with me. I will be putting a video out. Like I said, it's either going to be, I don't think it'll be tomorrow, but it'll probably be Thursday or Friday. So make sure you guys be on the lookout for that one. And I'm going to do the best I can to start making some more regular content here for you all, and at least make it as interesting as possible. But we'll see how it goes. Hope you guys have a good night. That's going to do it for this one. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Until then, let's make this cash.